I guess as a young person or someone who has just started working, like, I think there are many aspects. Like I think about finances, like can I afford to buy a house if I were to get married? Or if I want children, like can I afford to raise a child with my salary, the savings that I have? Or I think even very practically, like when I just started working, like do I have the time, the capacity to invest in a relationship, to start a family, or even to have children and then to be present in their lives. Um, I think then also emotionally, like am I able to handle conflicts well? Or how do I sort out like tension in relationships? How do I handle those conflicts like, and then to grow the relationship together? And I guess as Christians also, if the Bible says that men should be the head of the household, then I also ask myself like, am I ready to lead my family or my spouse spiritually to take that leadership? So I guess it can be quite overwhelming at times, like thinking about all the different aspects uh, that suddenly just appear to me, and I need to figure all of them out before I can get into a relationship, which is what makes me feel like being ready for a relationship seems like a very far-fetched idea.
I feel like these things we can figure out along as we go, like things like housing, things like financial
Yeah.
security, all this kind of stuff. It's it's not as important as I thought it would be lah. Because I mean maybe it's a very Singaporean mindset about this, but in the end when we got married, I realized that all these things were really things that we could figure out even after marriage. It doesn't mean that we have to figure out when we're in a relationship and before we get married we must have all these things sorted out lah. I think that is not the most important part. I think the most important part is learning how to be on the same page lah. And I think that requires a lot of communicating, a lot of
Right.
talking. And I think that is, to me, that is the defining factor of what it means to be ready for a relationship, to know how to communicate well.